We'll see you now.
Boffins spend a lot of time developing suspension so we can ride irresponsibly fast down hills. But it's up to you to set up your suspension correctly. And in the next 2.5 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how easy it is to set that suspension up.
Sorted.
So when you're setting up your suspension, the first thing to do is to wear all your riding kit, including your backpack, so that your weight is exactly what it's going to be when you ride it. Secondly, we're going to turn off any pro pedal or lockout that's on your shock. And then we're going to set the sag. And sag is all about setting the suspension up so that the rear wheel will drop into a hole as well as roll over a bump. And we want to set it up so that it's about 20 to 30% of the travel of your shock. And we're going to set the sag up by using a shock pump. And now with the shock pump connected, I'm just going to sit on the bike and see where the marker is on the shock. And now, very, very carefully, I've got to get off the bike without moving that marker anymore. And as I can see, that marker is way too far down that shock for me. So I'm going to add some pressure to the shock so that that's only 1/4 to 1/3 of the way down the shock. And then I'm just going to slide the marker back up the shock and get back on the bike.
Sorted.
That's the sag set up. And all we have to do is set up the rebound damping. Now, rebound damping is all about how fast your rear wheel goes back to the ground after it's been over a bump. And we're going to set it up with this little dial here, which has a lot of little clicks on it. And starting with it fully anti-clockwise, we're going to wind that in clockwise and count those clicks. In this case, 14. And then we're going to wind it all the way open again and then wind it in about 1/3 of the number of clicks. In this case, about 5. And now with your suspension perfectly set up, or at least a great starting point, you can go and find that technical bit of trail that you never cleaned before, ride it perfectly and head home for a nice cup of tea and a slice of cake.